All right, so all of this sound, chili peppered up sound, is just from 2 triads. Watch this. Okay, look at this chart. We're gonna go through this real quick but slow. You're gonna get this. So what we did is we used this G major triad on the EAD string set, okay? Triad's 3 notes. We're doing the 1st, 3rd, and 5th, G, B, D. Then we slide down, we do the E minor triad, E, G, B. Top left, I wrote out the triads. Think of it like a songwriter. This is the 1 chord, the key of G. 6th chord, or 6 minor, is E minor, E, G, B, okay? So what you're gonna wanna do before you even chili pepper it or John Frusciante out the riff, because this is what he does, okay? And when I first heard him, I didn't get it at all. But when you listen to the music, you're gonna hear him do a lot of this with these different triad shapes. So get the shape first, because I know a lot of you guys have a hard time. Look how awkward this is. If we just break down GBD, we'll get to the purple part. That's the fun part, okay? But if you look at GBD, GBD, that is your triad, but you gotta play the root with your pinky on the 15th fret. There's G. Then on the 14th fret, your 3rd finger on the A string, there's your B. And then on the 12th fret, on the D string, there's your D. So just that shape. So before you can even play the triad, strum it, you want to even just go to that shape. It's a very awkward feeling shape. Okay, so now once you get it, before we Frusciante out this riff or pepper it up, you want to just arpeggiate it like this. G, B, D, B, G, B, D, B. Just get the shape. Okay, I need you to get the spine of what's going on here, which is the triad. Okay, we're gonna get to the embellished part, or where it goes to the like chili peppers level. All right. Now let's go down. Let's slide. We're gonna stay on the same string set. Okay. I'll give you a little bonus section at the end if you stick around. You guys know what buttons to hit. Now slide all the way down. Now your 4th finger still stays on the E string, right? Now you're playing the root E right here on the 12th fret. You're gonna play your 2nd finger now, because you gotta play a minor triad. So we gotta play the G on the A string on the 10th fret. E, G, and then B on the 9th fret on the D string. E, G, B. So those are 2 crazy hard shapes, but I actually use these a lot, believe it or not. Once you get them, you will too, because they sound great, okay? So arpeggiate between the triads, then we'll add in the purple notes, which is the John Frusciante flavor, and then we'll get you out of here, all right? We're gonna build this into like a little playlist or a series of videos where let's write a song, okay? We don't have a rhythm section. Flea and chat, if you're available, hit me up, all right? So watch this. So G, B, D, B, do, 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 do. So watch my picking pattern. Because this is the base foundation you need to do the embellished part, the cool part, okay? Then slide down to the E minor triad. Okay, you guys, I'll link a triad playlist at the end. I've already finished all the charts. I did everything for the minor and major triads, and these are the shapes, okay? So, okay, so think like a songwriter. That sounds great by itself. You could even do something rhythmically, like harmonically. Okay, your musicality is what's gonna take this to your level, to make it sound like you. Okay, here comes the last part. There's bookmark chapters down below. Now, just listen. Follow me real slow, and then I'll show you, okay? Roll back. If you can't get this triad shape, you don't really want to add this part in, but you're going to do it. So G, B, as soon as you pick that D, G, B, D, you're going to hammer onto the purple E, pull off back to the D on the 12th fret, and then play that B like that on the A string on the 14th fret. So real slow. See that? What happens if you slow this down even further with the YouTube settings? Will I talk about this? Okay, watch. This is a great picking exercise. So if you play it up to speed like I did in the intro, it's like this. Okay? There's so many cool little things you can do. This is where your musicianship keeps raising to the next level. Because John doesn't play it robotic. He plays it with vibe. Now, one thing he has is he has Flea and Chad as his rhythm section. So playing to that groove really emphasizes your groove on the guitar. So, but just feel it. Okay, you can do little bends. Now, here's the cool part. Now you slide down to the E minor triad, E, G, B. Now here's the cool part. It's the exact same set of moves, patterns. Music is all about patterns. So I go E, G, B. Now I hammer on to the C, pull off back to the B and hit that G. So again, so real slow. E, G, B, there's our chord triad, there's our spine, hammer on to the C, pull back off to the B, into the G, so. Okay, so put the two together, it's what I did in the intro, move it around to different keys. You know where the roots are, okay? So watch. See how killer that is? Okay. Let's just bookend this with, you're gonna climb to the peak of this little tiny mountain. Okay, look at this chart right here. Now, what I need you to, light bulb moment right away is, we're still playing our G major triad with our little hammer on pull off here, our little Frusciante flavor. That's kind of cool. You can sweep it. God, there's so many things. Isn't that what's cool about music? It's just amazing to me. Okay, now we gotta move all the way down here. We're gonna root off the 7th fret, E, on the 7th fret on the A string though, okay? And look, you gotta recognize, it's the exact same shape. See, now we're just rooting from the A. That's the cool part about the E and A strings, okay? So E, G, B, now we're using the A, D, G string set, the open strings. I go E, G, B, same thing. So that one's gonna be harder, why? Think about it, because now instead of just sliding down on the same strings, we have to, so this is kind of like your homework to get to this level. And it's hard for me even, because it's such a weird, awkward shape. So we gotta go from here all the way to here. So see if you can do that thing. I'm not even putting in the Frusciante flavor yet, so watch. Okay? You guys see how killer that is? All right, I think this has gone on long enough. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna get you out of here. If you want these charts, I made a nice little ebook. Just drop the word charts in the comments and I'll send you a link to it. Just give me time. But you guys, that little hammer-on pull-off, now you're taking, I've been doing so many triads, but I've been so excited to do something like this. So now we're embellishing it. There's so much you can do. All right. I just love music. Hopefully you love it as much as I do, which I'm sure you do. All right, drop jellyfish or your favorite sea creature in the comments. Do you listen to the Chili Peppers? Who are some of your favorite guitar players? Who's influenced your style? Who's giving you your flavor? Take all your influences, admire them, but ultimately become you. Sound like you. All right, I've said enough. I'm going to get you out of here. You maybe even ditch it and finger pick those triads. Do it. I'll see you guys in the next video. We'll keep this thing rolling. Peace.